So I got absolutely destroyed doing this. Holy God. Oh my God, that is embarrassing. Like, what is the point of this, bro? Why?
Hey everyone, welcome back and let's write some more neat code today.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Max. Welcome back to the channel. So I noticed that out of all of my 5 videos I've posted, one of them did extraordinarily well, and that is the Leetcode video. So guess what? I'm going to continue that because what else would I do? Now my goal is just to show you that it's actually not that bad, because everyone seems to have like this terrible mindset about Leetcode. I've seen it on YouTube everywhere. No matter how many self-help videos are out there, people just struggle to lock those ideas in. And I think it's because of the same reason as always. Problem solving is the only way to do Leetcode. Like, if you cannot problem solve, then you're gonna have a hard time even doing anything outside of Leetcode. Like, I know there's some people out there who think that because they know how to Leetcode, they know how to do everything else, but it's in fact the opposite. People who don't know how to Leetcode can probably build some decent projects because they have experience doing so. Everything ends up just being a little bit of experience in the end. But let's get straight to it. So I'm on Leetcode because I just find it more easy. So what's cool about Leetcode is that everything is actually like put into little like categories, and this one's under the stack category. So I imagine we're going to be using a little bit of stack action here. So we have a bunch of little parentheses here, and it's only valid if every open bracket is closed by the same type. So we're just matching stuff. And what's cool about this is I can already see the stack usage here, because you go here, how do I describe this? Let's say you have 1 parentheses, 2 parentheses, you have these other ones at the top of the stack now, and you need to make sure that you match them by going up and matching now. If you're at the top again, it's bro, you'll see. I think for the case of this, we need to make sure that as soon as we hit a closing bracket, that's when we need to stop. So let's define those real quick. So what are the brackets that we're using here? So now what we do is we're actually just going to check this first. So if string in closing brackets, then we can start doing our negating. So let's just pass this there out, because we have to do the starting logic, and we're just going to append the string. And now what we can do is, let's see, we just need to check if it's doing anything. So we literally just keep on going through. If we find one inconsistency, then we can just return false. So it's in closing brackets. We're just going to pop the last thing in the stack. So last is equal to stack.pop. We should actually use a dictionary for this because we need to match it. So now we do a string in closing brackets. Although switching these out would make a little more sense. I don't want to do that, man. Let's just do it. So I don't really know any keyboard shortcuts to do this. So now if it's in here, we get to the last one. And if last, or if, we call it brackets dict. So we do brackets dict. If this is in the brackets dictionary's keys, then we check the last one in the stack. If last is equal to brackets dictionary string. So this will check to see if it's the right matching one. But since we're just checking if it doesn't, we can just do not equal to, and then set this to return to false. And then I imagine we can just return true. Yeah, so that was right. Good, and I can probably submit that. Let's see if we get an error. So we got an error. So we got from empty list, but the input was just it was just a singular one. So we did the same thing, but pop from empty list. And I think that if that doesn't do it, then I'm gonna have to do some serious thinking. So we got another, oh my God, that is embarrassing. Okay, I figured it out. I did have to do a little bit of cheating here, but apparently it's the return statement. Instead of checking the length of the statement, I just had to check if there was a stack. Like, I went to the solution, like what the hell is going on here? And if I go to the stack solution, you know, return true if not stack. So basically I was just checking the stack was there. So now let's just write down some notes. 1, stop over analyzing. 2, maybe come up with a better solution that targets edge cases. Now these notes are probably not the best notes, but we're just going to keep them for now. So min stack void pushes this onto the stack. So this initializes the stack, removes the element on top of the stack, int pop gets the element on top of the stack. So return self.stack len self.stack -1. And you get the min. I do lack in the stack, and it's definitely one of my weak points. So let's just reset the code. So like, what is this? I just honestly could have not probably come up with this. The minimum element in the stack. Like, that's just so confusing, because like inside of a stack, if we're using Python here, like, does it want me to implement like the actual way to get a stack if this was like a low level language?
And the description is pretty simple. So our
okay, I watched the video and it makes a lot more sense. I did read the question wrong because O of 1, basically what he's saying is that we need to do this and make it so that it returns instantly versus like any operations happening. So we kind of have to live update it. So I actually had the stack part right. How do I return values end up being like the same bullshit every time? Like if you get the problem wrong, it's literally impossible to find out what you did wrong. Your output was this, but the return type is not supposed to be anything. Like, okay, thank you for telling me what I did wrong. You know what I mean? This case actually correlates every value to have a minimum that corresponds. Would that actually be the solution then? Yeah, okay. Stack problems require O of 1. We can actually attach a min value stack to every single number. So we've been recording for almost 30 minutes and we got one problem done. Well, two. What's neat though is that, Leetcode, huh? What's neat though is that we can go to Leetcode and we can just find the problem. Bro, my camera died, so I had to put it back up. The operators follow their operands. To add 3 and 4 together, it's 3, 4 plus rather than 3 plus 4. So 3 minus 4 plus 5 becomes 3 enter 4 minus 5 plus. Like, what is the point of this, bro? Why? 1 plus 1, 2 plus. Okay, so we can actually just stop every time there's a symbol. So we can, how do you check for a symbol? Because we can do it. Or not is digit. We can just take, all right, I have to think about this one. So we take that, multiply by 3, and then we get the minus 4. So by getting every single token in tokens, we can just, this is probably not how you're supposed to do it, but I'll just try the solution out. And we can do, if not. So if it's a symbol, then we can get the preceding numbers is what I'm thinking we do. So let me just put the else logic, the token, right? And I can just do stack.append. Because clearly order operations don't mean anything. We're adding first 0, and we're gonna do cur. Wait, actually look, we got almost everything, but we had to multiply by 3. So we literally almost had it. So what if I do 1? Because 1's like the arithmetic like default. So we got, my return type was actually none because I didn't return anything. I know that we definitely had something going on here, but what if I just do, so I got absolutely destroyed doing this. Holy God. Dude, stack problems are seriously some of the hardest things I've ever seen. This is actually a very elegant solution, even though it looks kind of ugly. Okay, I'm gonna take a little grub break. Then I'm gonna get back to this. This is literally, I'm torturing myself right now. This is unbelievably challenging. And I'm about to watch YouTube for this video too. I'm gonna just keep on studying these things because this is insane. I'm gonna eat though. Hopefully I have more energy to this. See you in a second. All right, I just ate. I analyzed this. I grabbed myself a nice cock. Now let's start coding. Generate parentheses. Okay, actually, I remember seeing this problem. I think I've done it before, like a while back, so don't worry, I'm not cheating. I basically cheated on 2 of these problems already, but like it was like respectful cheating. Like I didn't look. But how do I like? Just take my word, bro. Just take my word. Because n goes to set. Is this factorial? No, because this literally returns 5. But I think for every pair, you can use like some sort of like pattern. See, this is actually like mentally killing me. Huh? So you have 3, 2, 2, 1.
Hey everyone, welcome back and let's write some more neat code today.
Okay, solution actually made quite a bit of sense. I should have just known by like the way this kind of like conceptualized though, honestly, that it was. And we head over to, so this literally checks every solution. You can start off with this. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to these in the future. Anyway though, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I literally just tortured myself for about an hour and a half. I think I coded for like 6 hours straight today, which is pretty decent. I got this done on the screen right here. I'm just going to keep on building random stuff because that's honestly how you get better. Anyway though, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Hope you learned something from this video.